I spent the last 6 weeks building a custom at-home AI agent so I wouldn't have to work anymore. But the joke's on me. I had to work harder than I ever had and more late nights than I ever had at my actual job, all because of a robot. Okay, but real talk though, 6 months ago I had what I thought was one of the cleanest business ideas that I'd ever come up with. I was going to make a fully automated AI finance channel with no face, no real voice, and no manual labor. This would be the kind of thing that if it worked, would just print money while I slept. So every morning, a Python script would wake up and it would scrape the internet for the top financial news. It would feed that into a prompt chain where GPT would write the script, ElevenLabs would read it, a second agent would assemble the clips, a third agent would generate a thumbnail, and a cron job would upload it daily at 6 a.m. every single day. I call this thing the Wolf. Not because it ran at night 100 hours of sleep, but more because I liked the Wolf of Wall Street. On paper, it was genius. On paper. Week 1 was a high. It was pure builder energy. I was wiring together APIs, writing prompt chains, getting the pipeline to actually fire. When it worked for the first time, like actually ran end to end and spat out a real video, I felt like I had built something. It wasn't pretty. The voice was a little flat. The script was a little generic. But I told myself, this is version 1, and it will get better. Week 2 is when I discovered the thing that nobody talks about when they pitch you these insane passive income bots. Man, this is a full-time job in and of itself. Not to mention the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing with half this AI stuff. It's brand new to me. And I found out that YouTube changed its upload API and I no longer had a viable bot to where I could actually upload this to YouTube. The market data scrapper started returning malformed JSON files. ElevenLabs had a rate limit that I didn't account for originally. GPT kept going off script and generating scripts that were technically accurate, but somehow felt like they were written by a hungover compliance officer at a hedge fund. Every morning I'd wake up, open my laptop, well, not really a laptop, but open my PC and find out what broke overnight. That was my day. That was my creative work. Every day was debugging the system that was supposed to be running automatically to where I didn't have to work the system at all. Week 3, I built something I was kind of proud of that I didn't even know was possible, and I started this. It was a sleep-wake cycle for my PC, basically through like the scheduler of my PC. So literally a script that woke my virtual machine up around 5, 6 a.m., ran the entire pipeline, uploaded the video, and put the machine back to sleep, all while I was, still sleeping. I still spent about $40-50 a week on API costs, whether it was OpenAI, ElevenLabs, stock cloud API for like videos and editing. And this was for a channel with 2 subscribers. Then week 4 would go by, and week 5, then week 6. It was all just a blur of me fighting the code. The system would break before it would even run. The rendering engine would fail, the text encoding broke, the API costs were ticking up while the output of videos were going down. I was spending all my time trying to keep this massive architecture alive without even running. I had hired myself as the IT department for a robot, instead of the other way around. And after 6 weeks of grueling, late night coding, I finally got one video to upload to YouTube. One. And it wasn't even right. It was 6 seconds long with no content. And here's where I have to deviate from the script a little bit because my AI agent continues to think that this job was being done correctly. It wasn't. In the script it says, the video was correct and the information was accurate. It was not. The video was 6 seconds long. It had no information, no content. It was one screenshot and then one dynamic graph that we implemented in these videos. It wasn't correct. It didn't get any views because I never uploaded it. It uploaded to private, but the video was AI slop and I was not about to upload that on a channel every day. The thing about AI generated content in 2026 is that there's an ocean of it now, and the algorithm on YouTube isn't stupid. People click away as well, watch Tom Tanks, impressions dry up. It's not a shadow ban. It's more like, just the platform completely stops recommending you to anybody. And I was kind of realizing that by week 5, week 6, I was like, putting all this work in, it's not even working, and I know I'm going to get banned immediately for this. So I kind of put an end to it. Here's the thing that I didn't expect though. While I was so deep in the machine that I forgot I was a person and not AI myself, my other channel, the channel you're watching right now, had its breakout moment. I hadn't posted a JuiceClaw in a few weeks because I was so busy trying to maintain the bot. But one of my older documentary style videos, something that I made in an afternoon with no script, kind of like 3 minutes long, got picked up on. The impressions kind of went hockey stick and kind of made me realize that I should be pivoting towards what I'm more passionate about. And after watching those initial impressions kind of roll in, I noticed something that hit me kind of hard. The first video on this channel had more soul in the first 30 seconds than the entire Wolf had in the last, 6 weeks or so. The algorithm, the thing that I had been trying to game with automation, had told me exactly who it wanted to show up. It wanted me and not the Wolf. I didn't delete the channel or any of the cron jobs or any of the pipeline that we've made or any of the assets we've made so far. I just kind of paused them. I stopped feeding the machine. And honestly, that silence has felt like the first creative moment I'd had in 6 weeks. I can finally focus on what I'm actually passionate about. So here's where I've landed. The experiment itself wasn't a failure. I learned something, and I learned something real from that. None of the tools are insanely powerful. Python plus a few APIs plus the right prompts can do things that would have taken a production team 5 years. That's real, and that's what matters to me. But I had it backwards. Put the machine in the front and myself in the back. I made the AI the front man and relegated myself to IT support. Pivot is simple. Juice is the front man. It's me behind the camera, writing the vision, setting the direction, making music on my new channel, and the AI is the crew. They're the invisible production layer that makes the one guy look like a studio. I'm calling my new channel Juice Productions. I'll link it down below. I've always been really into music and I've been making a lot of music, so I'm going to start using this newfound ability with AI to really spearhead my career in that. So I'm calling it Juice Productions. It's real music, real media, real creative direction, and JuiceClaw, that's going to stay here. That's a documentary of how it actually gets built, the messy parts and the mistakes. So make sure to subscribe to JuiceClaw, like the video, let us know down below what you want to see next. And also, if you're interested in music and the breakdown and how to build a record label, follow Juice Productions. I'll go ahead and link that down below.